Fetterman also stressed that public policy should be changed via electoral contests, not shutdown brinksmanship. If you want to change policies, win elections, that is how democracy works. The exchange shifted to US-China relations and Beijing's recent efforts to woo American investment. Chinese leaders have floated pledges of up to $1 trillion in US investment in exchange for reduced US security restrictions. Asked whether he saw that as benign or coercive, the chairman of the House Select Committee on China, interviewed in the transcript, likened it to a subtle extension of China's Belt and Road model, allowing foreign investment but expecting strategic control in return. He warned, investing in US supply chains under Chinese leverage would empower, not diminish, a geopolitical rival. Instead, he argued, the United States should welcome investment from friendly partners under strict terms, not from adversaries seeking strategic gain. The interviewee also responded sharply to a local controversy in Philadelphia, where an immigrant affairs office raised the Chinese Communist Party flag outside City Hall to mark the party's founding. He said success in the US depends on a government that secures our rights, contrasting it with the Chinese communist model, which he characterized as violating human dignity. He considered such flag-raising ceremonies antithetical to those values and urged their cancellation. Looking ahead to a planned summit between President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping during the APEC meeting on October 31st in South Korea, he laid out a wish list. He hoped the two would agree they would not try and take Taiwan by force, that China would halt efforts to destabilize the US via fentanyl precursor exports, and that China's national security laws curtailing overseas Chinese national movements be reversed. All key priorities need to be addressed, he said. Diplomatic observers expect that meeting to be one of the administration's defining foreign policy moments. During their conversation, the topic turned to China's treatment of Uyghurs and broader accusations of forced labor. The US State Department's annual trafficking report designates China as one of 13 nations with a pattern of severe labor violations. The interviewer cited estimates that 3.9 million individuals are subjected to state-enforced forced labor in China, especially in the manufacturing hubs of Xinjiang and Shenzhen. The committee chairman responded that China treats people as instruments of the state, not as rights-bearing citizens. He argued that these abuses are not theoretical. They infiltrate global supply chains, implicating US businesses. He pushed for enforcement of the Uyghur Protection Act to block goods made with forced labor from entering US markets. He also accused Beijing of repurposing such tools to target dissidents abroad, warning that human trafficking and repression would continue so long as they benefit the regime.